up, everybody? So today I am beginning a 7-day trial on taking lion's mane mushroom extract. It's supposed to help with cognitive function, which I'm super excited about and something that I think that we all could use a little bit more of. My name is Risa Morimoto. I'm your host and I am an integrative nutrition and health coach, and you're watching Modern Aging, where we chat about innovative and holistic ways to elevate our health and well-being as we age. If you're new to the channel, I'd love for you to subscribe by just clicking on that little red button below and the little bell next to it. So a lot of people probably know by now that I am a super advocate of preventative health, of holistic health, natural ways that we can heal our bodies and really prevent ourselves from getting serious chronic illnesses, especially as we age. And when we hit this middle age bracket, this is when a lot of the symptoms start to come about. So, I visited a medicinal herb farm about 6 months ago, earlier last summer, and it was amazing. And if you haven't seen that video, you have to go check that out. And one of the things that they do grow there are medicinal mushrooms. And so lion's mane is one of the mushrooms that they grow there. So he gave me one to try at home, and I cooked it up in a little stir fry. It was pretty amazing. They're really funky looking, actually. It's like white fur almost, and they grow pretty big. So this mushroom extract, it's 100% mushroom extract. It's totally organic and vegan, non-GMO and gluten-free. And you just put it in your tea or smoothie. It's made by a company called Nutriante. And so they say the benefits are better focus, mental clarity. You maintain optimal nervous system function, improve mood, memory, and creativity, which I think are all great things. So I've never done this before, so I'm going to try this for 7 days, and I will document all 7 days to see how I'm feeling. You actually only need half teaspoon, they say. And it just looks, it's like really fine, like light tan powder. And apparently it's very fine, and it dissolves very quickly in liquids. I already have a cup of tea in here. Oh yeah, it does, it's gone. You know, sometimes when you put in powder and tea and stuff, it's like, takes a while for it to dissolve. Okay, so let's taste. Oh, I can kind of smell it. It's a very light smell. But it doesn't have much of a taste. I don't feel like the taste has changed my taste of the tea, really, at all. But it tastes good. So we shall see if I can not be so exhausted at the end of the day and have better clarity throughout the day. That would be a huge bonus. So welcome to day 2. So my day 1 report, it's pretty exciting actually. So I worked my day as per usual. I'm working from home. And generally around 5 or 6 o'clock, I get really tired. Like I just go brain dead. And so I know I don't usually make any decisions at that time. I'm usually winding down my day. And yesterday was crazy because I was so clear and I was being so creative, and I was like, it was like the wheels were turning, and it was awesome. And I just haven't felt that kind of energy in years, actually. Generally, if I work all day, by that time, I'm always like, oh, well, I'm older now. And of course, I'm going to get more tired at the end of the day. But I don't know if it's the lion's mane but I can only attribute it to that because this has not happened to me in years. I'm also, full disclosure, I also eat healthy 90% of the time. I do have my little cheat days. But I don't drink caffeine because I'm allergic to it, and I don't smoke, and I don't drink alcohol. So I'm really sensitive to like any kind of medications. I don't generally take medications also. So my body's pretty sensitive and it does generally react pretty quickly. But I was actually even surprised. I didn't think I was going to react this quickly. So I'm going to try some more today. I just thought I would share with you. So I drink ginseng, Korean ginseng tea every morning. I just take a little bit, you know, not that much. I already have some in here. So it's like a jelly. And this is great for your immune system. So I've been taking this, like, I drink it every single morning, basically. And I have for the last couple of years. And I will let you know that I have not even had a cold in years. And even with my husband and daughter getting COVID, living in the same apartment, even though I was super careful, I also did not get it, which is kind of mysterious to me, but it gives me some sense of maybe the fact that if you do have a strong immune system, that it will help prevent you from getting it. I don't think that's the only thing, but I think it definitely helps. And then I just put some honey in there. Yeah, and I just drink this every single morning. So why don't we try some little lion's mane? So the reason why I started getting interested in lion's mane mushroom, well, my first introduction to it was at the Medicinal farm that I visited in Avoca, New York, and he shared with me how lion's mane is really used for Alzheimer's patients and dementia patients for prevention and also treatment, and that it's been pretty effective. So, so that's where my first interest in it first started, and now this is just really unbelievable. Some of you may know that my dad had frontal temporal dementia, and now my aunt has it, his sister. So it definitely runs in the family, which does not make me happy at all. But it also makes me very, very aware and wants me to do something about it, which is good because I think that that's part of it, right, is prevention. So I'll let you know how it goes. I'll give you my report tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. It is day 3. My day 2 report, it was actually, it wasn't as big as the first day. Like the first day, I felt like an actual shift. Yesterday was like a normal day. I didn't get as exhausted, like brain-wise, at the end of the day. I didn't have as much energy as I did the first day, but I feel like I still had clarity. So I feel like it's still kicking in. I don't know if it's finding itself or whatever. I actually am mostly surprised at how quickly it affects me. I imagine it probably ranges for people depending on their lifestyle and diet and all that kind of stuff and how receptive they are to certain natural medicines, essentially. But you know, the thing to realize about medicinal mushrooms, there's all different kinds. There's not only lion's mane, there's also reishi, or reishi, if you pronounce it correctly, maitake mushrooms, shiitake mushrooms, which is very popular. A lot of people who eat Japanese food probably have heard of shiitake. There's turkey tail. There's all different kinds, and they all have different benefits. So this lion's mane is mainly for cognitive function, for brain health. There's, but it's also for immune health as well. There's, it's become really popular for its anti-cancer properties. So not lion's mane in particular, but medicinal mushrooms in general. So, and also for heart health and for stress and for anxiety, depression. So there's just so many different kinds that you should look up. I can put some resources in the description section below, but truly, mushrooms, just having a half teaspoon in your tea or smoothie or soup every morning. And since it's not, it's not synthetic prescription medication, so it's not like you can OD on this stuff, but you shouldn't you also want to make sure you're not allergic to mushrooms. But yeah, I'm finding that it's amazing. It really is. I mean, and I love mushrooms in general anyway, so for me, I like eating them. I mean, you can eat them in a stir fry, but you probably have to eat a lot more. So I think that the powder form is a lot more convenient for people, you know, to make sure that they're getting the nutrition from the mushrooms. And so, yeah, so let's give it a try. Hey, good morning, everybody. This is day 4 of this experiment taking lion's mane mushroom extract. Yesterday's report, it was a good day. I worked throughout the day. You know, the thing with this stuff, it's not like Tylenol or aspirin or something where you have a headache and then all of a sudden you feel better. You know, it's kind of a more gradual thing. So I think that there are little things that kind of pop up that feel good, you know, just kind of, you know, I notice it at around later in the afternoon where usually I'm very tired and exhausted, but yesterday I was not. I mean, I had some late afternoon meetings and it went great, and I felt like on, right? And I didn't feel exhausted. I mean, it's not, you know, I'm still, you know, forgetful, not all the time, but you know, it's only been 3 days. I don't know if it's ever going to cure that. I'm a little bit, it's kind of, I think, in my DNA, but you know, for me, it's a health thing, and it's for me, hopefully, being forgetful is one thing, having dementia or Alzheimer is a completely other thing. So, but today I'm gonna actually do this with some turmeric tea. I bought this in Mexico. It's called Amarte, and it's powder form. It's actually really nice. It smells like cardamom, if you know cardamom, if you like Indian spices and stuff. So I just actually put just very little bit in there, in my teacup, like that much, if you can see, with some honey. Tastes great. So I like having this too. So turmeric is also a great anti-inflammatory, as is lion's mane. And I think, you know, a lot of us, most of us probably suffer from some sort of inflammation in our body. When you start to have aches and pains and that sort of thing, there's, you know, some sort of inflammation that's happening. And so if we can kind of help neutralize that in any way, you know, it's all about, for me, it's all about prevention, you know, and how do we manage our health so that we can prevent from getting sick to begin with. Because to get sick and repair that damage is a longer, harder road than just prevention itself. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to day 5 of my 7-day experiment, taking lion's mane mushroom extract from my mind. So yesterday's report was fine. It wasn't anything to write home about, to be honest. I was able to get through my day. But there was also none of these kind of like wow moments that I had like on the first day and like on the 3rd day. I don't, you know, the reality is that I think I actually even have what I would call brain fog or whatever, because I'm perimenopausal, and it is one of those unknown symptoms actually, that when your estrogen levels dip, that it affects the brain as well. And that's why you feel like you sometimes can't, your memory's off, or you feel like you have brain fog. And so something like lion's mane can really help with that. But I take it on for numerous things. But yeah, so I think that's why I really felt a difference as well. But I also feel like, you know, a lot of women who are perimenopausal could benefit by taking some lion's mane extract in the morning, or, you know, through their day. Just to help, because this is really, I have to say, overall so far, it's been great. It's really been helping, especially, you know, I think when we're all under so much stress all the time, anything we can do to help our bodies, you know, kind of achieve some sort of equilibrium in a non-synthetic way, because I think that we are all very overly prescribed in this country or around the world, and the more we can kind of get off of those dependency on the prescription drugs, I think the better. The prescription drugs have their place though, but I think that we rely on them way too much. So welcome to day 6 of this experiment with some lion's mane mushroom extract. So today I thought it would be nice maybe to try to make a smoothie for those people who aren't really into teas, or, I mean, I think you could also put your coffee, but I wanted to test it out to see what it's like to put it in something sweet. So today I thought I'd make a nice little fruit smoothie in my Vitamix. I'm just filling it with water from the sink. I'm just gonna make a little bit because it has a little bit of a savory taste to it. I don't know, so I put in about just this much water, and then I'm just gonna put in some yogurt. So I actually have started eating almond milk yogurt as well, which I really like. I'm not trying to consume so much dairy in my diet. But you know, the probiotics is really good. I have yogurt every single morning. So put some of this. And the consistency of almond milk yogurt is it's very similar, which is what I like. I'm actually more into regular yogurt than I am to Greek yogurt. I know Greek yogurt is super popular, but I'm more partial to the traditional. And then I just put in some frozen blueberries. And it's pretty ad hoc usually when I'm doing this stuff. Some frozen raspberries. And banana. I think doing this experiment has been really interesting for me, just to see, you know, the differences that it's made in my health. But I think that we need to also consider the fact that there are all these, you know, your environment and what you're eating, your diet, how much exercise you're getting, all those things contribute to the effectiveness of the lion's mane. So it can't be, you know, it's not just like a siloed experiment. And I think that's part of the reason why I've reacted really well to it, is because I eat pretty clean. I mean, I eat a lot of vegetables. I eat mainly a pescatarian diet. I would say it's like 80% vegetarian and then 20% fish, some fish meals. But yeah, you know, and I don't smoke and I don't drink, and so there's certain things, you know, I exercise regularly. So I think that if the cleaner your body is, I think it just is going to react better to it. But even so, I think that you can still, I think it would just take longer, or maybe, you know, each person is bio-individual. That's the reality. I'll stick in my little half teaspoon of this. I imagine I'm not going to really be able to taste it. Stick it in there. Looks good, right? So good. So good. So this is an alternative way to drink it if you don't want to drink it in tea. I think you'd also definitely put it in your soup or any kind of liquid. Really nice. So my report for day 5, I had a really busy day yesterday. I still feel very clear in terms of my mind. I was busy filming all day and was able to, you know, just stay alert basically, and not having that tired, brain foggy feeling at the end of the day. And it was very cold here in New York as well, which also tends for me to make me feel tired. But I feel like just having the energy to feel like that you don't, it's amazing. I don't know, I just can't even almost describe it, how I just feel clear even at the end of the day, which is super, super nice. So for me, this has definitely had a lot of benefits. Tomorrow's the last day of my experiment, my 7-day experiment, but I'm sure I'm gonna just keep taking this. And I think that for a lot of people, that the longer you take it, the more you'll actually feel the clarity, the stabilization of your mood, just being able to, if you're a creative person, to have feelings of creativity, and just overall kind of memory function improving and that sort of thing. And good morning. It is day 7 of my 7-day experiment with lion's mane mushroom extract. And I gotta tell you, I guess I'm not surprised, because I had heard about the medicinal effects and benefits of taking lion's mane to the brain. And that it's really supposed to help cognitive function and mood and memory and creativity. And I really found that to be true on different levels, on different days. But overall, I would totally recommend this, especially for people who are concerned about Alzheimer's and dementia. That's the reason why I initially piqued my interest, because my dad had dementia and my aunt currently has Alzheimer's. So yeah, and I know it's on top of mind for a lot of people. So all you got to do is take the half teaspoon, like I've been doing every single day, and you can take, yeah, and it's safe to take every day. I mean, it's food, right? So there's no chemicals in this, which is really great, and it's organic. So if you're gonna buy lion's mane extract or any kind of mushroom extract, you do want to make sure that it's organic. And I think that it's also really helped create a positive benefit for me, or a positive effect for me, because of overall lifestyle as well. So, you know, each person, it's going to react differently too, depending on your lifestyle and what you eat and how much you exercise. And so, you know, if you have, and your DNA, and quite frankly, I think that it all affects. But I think it's definitely worth a try. I am putting a link in the description section below if you're interested in this. But yeah, no, invite some mushrooms into your life. It's totally worth it.